May I have your attention, please? My name is Dr. Michael Stewart, and I serve as the Associate Vice President of Student Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. As we prepare to begin our ceremony this morning, we ask for your assistance in ensuring that the family member or friend you are here to see gets the recognition that they have so richly earned. The graduation process will begin in a few moments and will be televised on the screens. Any guests not already seated at this time will be asked to remain where they are until the procession has concluded. After that time, standing guests will be allowed to go to their seats. We request that guests remain in their seats during the procession. A video recording will be available for you to share on our YouTube channel. Also, professional photographers are capturing still shots of your loved ones as they make their way into the venue. During the ceremony, all of our graduates look forward to hearing their name called as they cross the stage, so we ask that you please limit your celebrations and hold your applause until the end. Then our provost will invite you to join him in offering your heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates. On a related note, although we believe that all of our graduates are important, honor graduates receiving bachelor's degrees are recognized with a Latin phrase given after the reading of their name. Those who graduated cum laude, which means with honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.5 and 3.7. Those who graduate magna cum laude, which means with great honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.7 and 3.9. And those who graduate summa cum laude, or with highest honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.9 and 4.0. As a final sound-related request, we ask that you check to see that your phone has been silenced. Lastly, we ask that when the ceremony ends, you exit the building promptly and proceed outside to continue the celebration with your graduates. So, with those preliminaries out of the way, we invite you to enjoy the fall commencement ceremony for Middle Georgia State University.
Good afternoon. I'm Dr. David Jenks, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. It is an honor to welcome you to campus today. President Blake and I join with MGA faculty and staff, along with parents, relatives, friends, guests, and dignitaries, to celebrate our fall 2023 graduating class. Please be seated. We extend our appreciation to all who have been involved in planning and preparing for today's commencement ceremony. Their efforts have made this one a day to remember. Today is a special day as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. To celebrate their accomplishments, we are hosting 2 commencement ceremonies on campus today, with 3 taking place tomorrow. These smaller ceremonies provide a personalized experience, ensuring that graduates can celebrate their achievements in a way that is both meaningful and memorable. As we gather today, it is also important to acknowledge the challenges and losses we have faced this year. I ask that we take a moment to pause and remember those who are not with us today. If you direct your attention to the first row, you will see an empty chair draped in a black cloth. This chair represents the absence of our beloved students, staff members, faculty members who have passed away this year. May their legacy inspire us to continue to make a positive impact in the world and to cherish every moment with those we love. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor their memory. Thank you. Today, we celebrate commencement, a new beginning. For graduates, that may mean moving away from an area of comfort, leaving the spaces of learning, and possibly parting way with close friends. This commencement marks the beginning of a new pattern of life, a new schedule, and a new set of responsibilities. However, before the candidates for graduation move on, let us enjoy this commencement ceremony today and celebrate what has been accomplished. Let's take a moment to recognize just how far all of our graduation candidates have come while so much in life has changed over the course of their studies. Graduates, if you are the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand and stay standing. If you're a parent while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are or have been a first responder while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you're active duty, an armed forces veteran, or in a military family, please stand and remain standing. If you've had a full-time or part-time job while taking courses, please stand and remain standing. If you're proud of the work you've done and you're ready to receive your diploma, please stand and remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the fall 2023 class of Middle Georgia State University. Candidates, remain standing. You've received a great deal of help getting to this point. This support has come from many people in your life, including your family, your friends, and possibly donors of a scholarship and members of the Middle Georgia State University community. Let's take time to appreciate those who have helped you get here today. Faculty members, please stand if you're able. The faculty at Middle Georgia State University is certified that all candidates have completed the requirements for their respective degrees. Their continuous support and dedication to higher education enable us all to be here today. Join me in thanking them with a round of applause. And please remain standing. There are a few others who may have helped you on your journey. Parents, please stand if you're able. Grandparents, please stand. Spouses and children, please stand. Siblings, extended family, partners, and friends, please stand. If you helped anyone receiving a diploma today, please know that we appreciate how important your support has been. Candidates, take a moment, look around, find your people. Think about those who couldn't be here today. Join me in another round of applause to honor those who helped you get here today. Please remain standing. Next up, the singing of our national anthem by Ms. Jediah Leroy, a student majoring in contemporary musicianship.
Stripes and rises through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch, with so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in and gave cool through the night. Yet our flag was still there. Oh, say the star-spangled banner wave, o'er the land of the free, in the home of the brave.
Thank you, Jediah. Please be seated, everyone. Thank you. As you reflect on your educational journey here at Middle Georgia State University, it's important to recognize the significant impact that our donors have had on your experience. These wonderful individuals, whom you may never have known personally, have believed in your potential and supported our university through donations to the MGA Foundation. During your studies, many of you have directly benefited from foundation scholarships, which have helped to make your education possible. Others have participated in foundation-sponsored academic programs and activities at MGA, which have enriched the learning experience for all. All of you have used equipment and technology that were outfitted in part with foundation donations, which have helped to ensure that you have access to the tools you need to succeed. We would like to take a moment to express our deepest appreciation and thanks to all our donors. To our graduates, as you move forward in your careers, we hope you will be active alumni, and we encourage you to consider how you can give back to help the knights coming behind you. We would also like to recognize the hard work, dedication, and stewardship of our foundation team. The efforts of the MGA Foundation to secure support for our students are invaluable. Please join us in a round of applause to recognize the important role of our MGA Foundation and the donors who give to it. Thank you all for your support and generosity. At fall commencement, the student speaker is not a member of the graduating class, but rather the president of our Student Government Association, bringing you greetings on behalf of the students who will follow in our graduates' footsteps. The individual speaking to you today is one of two students selected to represent the Student Government Association. Willie Usher Jr. is pursuing a bachelor's degree in biology, pre-med. When he graduates from Middle Georgia State, Usher, an Atlanta resident, wants to continue his studies with a career goal of becoming an anesthesiologist. Currently, he serves as co-president of Middle Georgia State's Student Government Association. Usher's involvement in campus life extends beyond his leadership role in the SGA. He also is an active member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, as well as the Brothers Reaching Out for Success, a recognized student organization whose mission statement is to enhance retention, progression, and graduation of African American males at Middle Georgia State University. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Willie Usher Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, proud parents, and the graduating class of 2023. It's an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the culmination of your educational journey. Graduation is not only a time of great joy and accomplishment, but also a moment to reflect upon your transformative power of your education. Welcome to Middle Georgia State University Fall 2023 Commencement Ceremony. Throughout your academic years, we must reflect on the journey that has brought you to the exact moment. You have been exposed to a diverse range of subjects and perspectives, fostering critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills. And this comprehensive education equips us today with the tools necessary to navigate the complexities of this world beyond the classroom. And I raise my hand to salute to you because you overcome the late-night studies, the pressure of taking exams, the crying, the feeling of I'm going to pass or not. Well, today you did it. Today is a very special day to represent your growth from where you started to where you are now. And you should be extremely proud. You should also celebrate the ones that gave you the extra caprice, whether that's your friends, family, or any loved ones. However, the job is not done yet. Today is just the beginning of many things, big things, and I know each and every one of you will successfully continue with the next chapter of your life and could conquer the dreams you so wish to enjoy. Whatever you do, don't forget the bigger picture. Make sure you be yourself, be great, be perpetual, and most importantly, have fun. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Have a great day. Fall 23 Commencement Ceremony.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Oh, come on. Good afternoon. Thank you. Thank you. My name is Chris Blake, and I serve as the president of Middle Georgia State University. This is truly one of the highlights, one of the days of the year that we as faculty and staff look forward to, as I know you do, students. I want to extend to each of you my personal congratulations and my wishes for your future being bright and productive. So congratulations, and thank you all for what you have done to get these wonderful individuals to this moment in their lives. Now it is my pleasure at this point to also introduce our fall 2023 commencement speaker. Mrs. Gwen Collins is the president and owner of Collins Manufacturing Company in Macon. Mrs. Collins is also involved in the day-to-day operation, though, even as CEO. In 2006, she and her husband, Larry, who is vice president of the company, purchased Green Machine and Manufacturing Incorporated, founded in 1982. Under their ownership, GMM is doing business as Collins Manufacturing. In 2020, Collins added 2 manufacturing facilities, formerly Steel Services on Lower Boundary Street in Macon, and the following year acquired another location on Avondale Mill Road, formerly Schwartz Precision Manufacturing, also of Macon. Collins earned an engineering biomedical degree from Mercer University in 1998. Before acquiring the company, she also worked as a software engineer at Robbins Air Force Base for 13 years. Please welcome our commencement speaker, Mrs. Gwen Collins.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this ceremony. I know that I am the one person standing between you and the degree that you've been working so hard for, so I hope to make this as brief as possible. When I was asked to give the commencement speech for the School of Business, I was truly honored for about 10 minutes until reality sunk in that I was going to actually have to give a speech. So last week, I frantically started watching past commencement speakers, hoping to get some inspiration and guidance, or at least a starting point. I heard quotes from famous people intertwined with encouraging words of greatness and finding your spark. As I watched one great speaker after another, I just kept thinking to myself, what have you gotten yourself into? What words of wisdom can I possibly give? After much thought, I decided that the best approach was to simply tell you my story and hope that you could take some nugget of advice into the next phase of your life and career. As graduates from the School of Business, you possess a degree with endless possibilities. Some of you have your life mapped out and know exactly what you'll be doing next week and the rest of your career. Some of you are just thankful to have passed that last final and sit in the seat you're sitting in today and have no concrete plans for tomorrow. Either way, know that you will be okay. I'm a firm believer that God puts things in your path when you need it, whether or not you can see it at the time or understand why. This has proven true throughout my life, and there are still times when I question, why now, or why not now? I never seemed to understand at the time, but looking back, God was providing me with the opportunities and experiences that I needed to get me to where I am today in both life and business. I told you I was going to tell you my story, so here it is. In 1994, when I started at Mercer University in the School of Engineering, I had my life completely planned out. I was going to get my degree in biomedical engineering, go to medical school, and become a pediatrician. But you see, even in high school, I had a plan B. If medical school didn't pan out, my fallback was engineering. This would still be a lucrative career, and biomedical engineering would still allow me to help others. As you know from my introduction, I'm not a doctor, so it was plan B. To be truthful, organic chemistry kicked my butt, and I was thankful for my C. Not to mention, the mere thought of organic chemistry 2 and biochemistry just about gave me hives. So, here I was graduating from Mercer with my engineering degree, sitting where you are today now, excited to be done, but scared because I had no plan and no job. I need to add that I got married my senior year, and my husband Larry, who graduated the year before me, was already working for a local manufacturer as an engineering manager. Let me tell you, there were few, if any, jobs in biomedical engineering in Middle Georgia in 1998. As an undergrad, my work-study job was as a student lab technician at Mercer Medical School. So when I graduated, my illustrious engineering job was actually a lab tech at Mercer, working with lab rats and frogs. Now, don't get me wrong, it was very interesting work, and I was able to use some of my engineering skills in developing experiments and analyzing data. But that was not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. Not to mention, I became allergic to the rats that I worked with. So how many people can honestly say, I'm allergic to my work? Anyways, this pushed me even harder to continue looking for other employment. I attended job fairs and widened my scope to include pharmaceutical sales. I finally received a call from Robins Air Force Base about an engineering job and was scheduled for an interview. On the day of my interview, I entered the conference room and was greeted by 10 engineering supervisors. They asked me about my engineering experience as well as my experiences with airplanes. The only experience I could come up with was my engineering projects during undergrad and my job as a lab tech. Needless to say, I went back to work at Mercer the next day with the feeling of utmost disappointment. My best laid plans were completely shattered, and here I was wondering, what do I do now? This is when I say you have to have faith. A few days later, I received another call from Robins offering me a job as an electronics engineer in their software division. I was ecstatic. But then I thought, my degree is in biomedical engineering. What do I know about software? Honestly, at that point, I didn't care. It was an engineering job, and I was going to learn. This is where you must have perseverance. If anything, engineering school taught me to figure things out. This job turned into a 13-year career where I was given the opportunity to work on software for radios used on the B-52s and B-1s, as well as software used on the C-5. I worked hard, learned a lot, and was promoted to a supervisor position. In my week of supervisor training, the one takeaway was that as a supervisor, it was my responsibility to fly cover for my people. I didn't understand it at the time, but I came to realize that the government has a lot of bureaucracy, and it was my job to try and keep it from preventing my people from doing their job, supporting the warfighter. This job taught me to protect my team. So in October 2005, my husband and I was given the opportunity to buy a machine shop. Now, Larry was excited because he has always worked in the metal industry and he has always wanted to own his own business. Of course, being the supportive wife I was, I said, sure. So he quit his job to run our new company. Now, I was supportive, but I wasn't crazy. I kept my government engineering job because at the time we had 2 boys at home under the age of 5. So I held the steady paycheck and benefits while he worked full-time in our company. Larry worked to try and grow the company, but owning a company was hard, and growing a company was even harder. So in 2011, Larry and I had a long talk about the direction of our company. We were either going to have to pursue government work where we thought our greatest growth potential lied, or we were going to have to close our shop. So I left my job at Robbins to join Larry full-time at Green Machine and Manufacturing, which is known as Collins Manufacturing today. This was the largest leap of faith I have ever taken, and the biggest test of perseverance I could ever have imagined. As the majority owner, a woman and a minority, I knew that there were government programs to help small businesses with these demographics. The application process for one of these programs, the SBA 8A program, took 6 months, and I mailed the SBA over 25 pounds of paper. This was before electronic filing and applications. So once in the program, we hit so many bumps and so many obstacles in trying to navigate the government space in contracting and regulations. Through faith and perseverance, we were able to truly use the program to grow and develop our company and build our strongest team to date. When we purchased the company in January 2006, we had 5 employees and 1 facility of 6,500 square feet. Today, we have almost 70 employees and have 5 facilities covering 215,000 square feet. The success of our company has come from our faith and perseverance, but most importantly, our team. We strive every day to find ways to protect our team, always being conscientious of their lives and roles at our company when making decisions, as they are the ones we rely on to get the job done. Our team doesn't end with our employees. Our team has always included our family, which we could not have done any of this. So, now that you know my story, I hope that I've given you some small word of wisdom, encouragement, or at the very least, a chuckle. I hope that as you embark on your path, you remember to always have faith in God, always persevere in all you do, no matter how hard things get, and remember to protect your team. Thank you so much for having me, and congratulations on your great accomplishment. And please don't forget to thank your team, the one that has helped you get to where you are today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Gwen. Candidates, you ready to walk across the stage? On behalf of the Middle Georgia State University faculty, it is my honor to congratulate the fall 2023 graduates on this special occasion. Commencement is a time of recognition of your academic accomplishments, so we join your family and friends in celebrating your success. When we call the names of the degree candidates, graduate students will be called first. These graduate students will be hooded. Hooding is the first of 2 important academic rituals that take place during today's commencement ceremonies. It is reserved for graduate students, and it'll be performed by Dean Miller with the assistance of Dean Clayton, who will place the hood over the candidate's head. This action symbolizes the passing of knowledge from the academic community to the graduate and signifies the graduate's inclusion into that academic community. Graduate students, when you come up, please hand your hood to the dean and then turn, face the audience, and they'll put the hood over the top of your cap. And now, assisting with the presentation of degree candidates are President Blake, the academic deans, our registrar, Ms. Angie O'Neill, and our commencement caller, Dr. Jennifer Brannon. Candidates, one more note. As you cross the stage, you'll be hooded here. If you're a graduate student, you'll shake hands here, and then always stop with the president to get your picture. That's important. He does not like it if you try and walk by. He will stop you. It's never good, but he will do it. Dr. Brannon?
Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Brannon. I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. It is my pleasure to call forth each of the graduates participating in today's ceremony. Candidates for degrees in the Master of Science in Management, please come forward by row when directed to receive congratulations from Dean Miller, Dean Clayton, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Julia Catherine Bailey, Masters of Science in Management. Brittany Nicole Barber, Master of Science in Management. Benjamin David Knapp, Master of Science in Management. Amber Nicole Matthey, Masters of Science in Management. Samantha Dean McGee, Master of Science in Management. Brianna Alexis Nicole Miller, Master of Science in Management. Ryan William Mullis, Master of Science in Management. Mary Joanne Neville, Master of Science in Management. Candidates for the undergraduate degree in the School of Business, please come forward by row when directed to receive congratulations from Dean Miller, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Jordan F. Abrams, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Amanda Akins, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Alessandra Alvarez, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Jemiah Latrell Arnold, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar. Audrey E. Barr, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Stephen Behrens, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Sabrina Blue, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Antoine Jamal Butler, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Matthew D. Cannon, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Chelsea Mariah Clark, Bachelor of Science, Business Administration. Kylie Danielle Cobb, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Ella Cosby, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Dustin Crooms, Bachelor of Science in Business Administration. Carlos Diaz Cruz, Business Administration. William Garrett Dixon, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Elaine Carol Durden, Business Administration. Abby L. Embro, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Kira Lee Foskey, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar. Charles Greg Gowan II, Business Administration. Angel Harden, Business Administration. Hiroki Harris, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Tiana Harold, Business Administration. Thomas S. Hartley, Business Administration. Demia M. Hayes, Business Administration. Crystal Desiree Hughes, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Roderick K. Jenkins, Business Administration. Christopher Ryan Johnson, Business Administration. Essence V. Johnson McCrary, Business Administration. Janaea Alondra Jones, Business Administration. Carla Ray Jordan, Business Administration. Elizabeth H. Kennard, Business Administration. Ashlyn S. Lower, Business Administration. George A. Lunsford, Business Administration. Algerwan Peter Mango, Business Administration. Jason T. McCall, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Emily Elizabeth Moore, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Lee K. Going, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar. Haley Denise Nutt, Business Administration. Jagesh Rakesh Patel, Business Administration. Pratik Patel, Business Administration. Ansley Patterson, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Sharon Melissa Perlman, Business Administration. Kayla Robertson, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Alexis Brooke Simpson, Business Administration. Jenna G. Thomas, President's List Scholar, Business Administration. Courtney Marie Thompson, Business Administration. Noah J. Tribble, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Business Administration. Austin Juwan Walker, Business Administration. Alicia Woodson, Business Administration. Carolyn K. Albright, Bachelor's of Science, Health Service Administration. Alexis T. Andrade, Health Service Administration. Caitlin Elizabeth Culpepper, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Health Services Administration. Desiree Nikita Coley, Health Services Administration. Melzi Eugenia Darasaw, Health Services Administration. Faith Evans, Health Service Administration. Khadijah Shaquan Gadis, Health Service Administration. Aisha Harris, Dean's List Scholar, Health Services Administration. Katori Kiana Howard, Health Service Administration. Lauren Elise Maddox, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Health Service Administration. Miracle E. McIntyre, Health Service Administration. Alicia McInnes, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, Health Services Administration. Myra Mendez, Health Service Administration. Ariana Jaleesa O'Neill, Health Services Administration. Mackenzie L. Rogers, Health Services Administration. Aaliyah J. Shields, Health Services Administration. Chastity N. Simmons, Health Services Administration. Courtney A. Taylor, Health Services Administration. Gianna Lauren Thompson, Health Service Administration. Anna Elizabeth Williams, Health Service Administration. Adam Alsea Brooks, President's List Scholar. Bachelor of Science, Sports Management. Jamil Deanna Hill, Dean's List Scholar. Bachelor of Science, Sports Management. Isaiah Hilson, Sports Management. Joanne Johnson, Sports Management. Justin Sebastian Brian Keith, Sports Management. Malik DeAndre Sadler, Sports Management. Mirandel Thomas, Sports Management.
Give them just a second. President Blake. Give them just a second here. President Blake, on behalf of the faculty, I proudly present these candidates who have now satisfied all requirements for graduation and ask that you confer upon them their respective degrees.
And now we have come to that point in our commencement where your status is going to change from being a candidate to being that of a graduate. And in these few short words, they signify a long time for the rest of your life as a graduate of Middle Georgia State. So, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree or certificate you have so diligently pursued with all the rights and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates. Now, graduates, as you transition from being a candidate to that of a graduate, we'd like to celebrate a moment of a tradition we have at MGA of turning the tassel. Don't turn it yet. Don't turn it yet. Okay? You're very clever people. Listen to the instructions. Mine is already sewn on this side, so I would illustrate, but I would destroy the hat, and that wouldn't make me popular with my assistant. The turning of the tassel is an academic ritual for undergraduate students that symbolizes the transition from going from a candidate to a graduate. At the beginning of the ceremony, the tassel is worn on the right side of the cap, and most of you have got that right, I can see. If you've already moved it, move it back. Just move it back. We're going to do something fun now. When the degree is conferred, yes, you can move it, but I want you to move it back to the right. And to commence the turning of the tassel in a few moments, our alumni, these are people who sat where you did. So let's welcome their back. They're going to come down the front here, and we're going to tell you what they're to do. Come down, alumni. Okay, and what I think this will work really well, graduates, if you stand again. Graduates, just stand. Make sure your tassel is on the right. What I'm going to do in a moment is have our alumni, by the way, smile at them, say hello to them. They're nice people. And They are pleased to be with you. They are going to, on my signal, turn the tassel from the right over to the left as a graduate. And then you, please, turn around and do that to the person behind you. Then you turn around and do it to the person. Do you follow this simple game? So if your tassel, sir, which is on the left, should be on the right, you have to put it back, unless you're a graduate student. Yeah, okay, you're right. Okay, you can do with that. And so you'll just have to go with the flow. Let's count this down. 3, 2, 1, off you go, alumni. Then you turn around. Ladies and gentlemen, you are just witnessing the creation of the class of 2023, the graduates of Middle Georgia State University. Congratulations to you. Please be seated. Now, I'm going to get the last lecture of your time at Middle Georgia. It's very short, but before I give you those words of wisdom, I am going to say two things that are not on the script. First of all, since you walked across the stage and I have shaken hands with you, you have shaken hands with the equivalent of about another 300 people. So my advice is when we leave, let's wash our hands, get some sanitizer. Don't put them in your mouth right now. I'm serious about this. We've all shaken hands. So at this point, you know, when you get out, give a hug, but then go and wash your hands. And secondly, while we have rightly acknowledged the considerable contribution of our great faculty and the staff here at Middle Georgia, as well as your own and the loved ones in the room that have supported you, there's also a lot of people who have worked really hard in preparing this ceremony and also staging it for today, being here overnight, making sure you get in your car and leave safely later. A lot of Middle Georgia family are here helping this ceremony go so wonderfully well. I'd like you to thank our colleagues for what they have done to make this so good. Now, graduates, some of you will continue your education. We know we have a graduate desk outside. You could come back and decide you want to go on in your career, and we would love you to do that in your education. We'd love you to do that at Middle Georgia State. Others of you will move on and now develop your careers outside of Middle Georgia. But whatever happens, you will always be now. You will always, in those short words, you became alumni of this institution. You're alums that now carry that badge. And we will always take pride in your success, and we hope that you will take pride in your relationship with this university. I ask you to, in the days to come, to share your knowledge and your thanks with these people around you, but also in your careers, continue to use the pearl of wisdom and the knowledge you have to help your lives, yes, but also those around you in the communities where you work. Your degree was granted not only to empower you, though we're proud and glad that it does, but also to empower the common good in society. And that's something that you now can make a unique contribution. We're talking here about a transition, a pivotal time in your lives and that of Middle Georgia State University. And so at this point, this is the moment in this transition that I introduced you our alma mater, a tradition we began when we became a state university that we will continue to the future. Please direct your attention to the video screens where you will enjoy a performance of our alma mater by the MGA Chamber Singers under the direction of Dr. Rebecca Lanning, and the words are printed on your brochure.
Through the rolling hills of Georgia, in the heart of the great Peach State, we build our future-shaping lives. The quest is ours to take, with boundless possibilities. of the past. We sons and daughters of MGA, our friendships ever last. We knights of truth and honor, with knowledge as our sword, we raise our voices loud and clear, our hearts at MGA.
I extend you my best wishes as you prepare for this next phase of your life. We are grateful that of the hundreds of institutions, thousands of institutions where you could have studied, and other great ones here in Georgia, like Mercer University, that you chose Middle Georgia State. We are grateful. We hope that you will be goodwill ambassadors for our institution. Now, I hereby declare that these commencement exercises are completed. Would everyone please rise for the recessional? To family and friends, please remain at your seat until the last graduate has left the floor. Thank you and Godspeed.